So, right around here, Tenpenny Tower is a little bit hard to navigate, so I spent about 20 fucking minutes circling the entire compound trying to find the exit. It doesn't really make it known that you have to click on the intercom to open it. It doesn't really make much sense, especially considering there's a guy standing right in front of it, a security guard. So, yeah, thanks for that. So after Gustavo had kind of gave me the lowdown on Roy Phillips and his gang of ghouls down in the metro, I spent about another 20 fucking hours navigating the metro system, eventually finding Bessie and Roy Phillips themselves. And I took the time to speak to them, get a little bit of an understanding of their characters. You know, I kind of went into this knowing that I wanted to take down Tenpenny Tower. Yeah, just wanted to talk to him, devise a plan to get into Tenpenny Tower, and you know, kill everyone, kill all those pieces of shit, you know, people. But I just keep in the back of your mind, Roy is kind of an asshole. I didn't like the way he spoke to me. Right here, this ugly chode told me to hurry up. How dare you? That got me thinking. Nuh-uh, not on my watch. We'll take down Tenpenny Tower, but I'm gonna reload this save, and I'm gonna come for your ass first. So after speaking to Roy, I made the long trek back to Tenpenny Tower, somehow circling back to the same place where I started with Bessie. So wasn't too happy about that, but eventually I did make it back to Tenpenny Tower. Yeah, once I was back at Tenpenny Tower after speaking to Roy, I did happen to speak to Gustavo and, you know, Mr. Tenpenny himself, just to kind of talk about what's the possibility of these ghouls living here, you know? Let's go for a peaceful option. This wasteland is brutal as it is. And he seemed, you know, with a little bit of talking, a little bit of OTPHJ on Mr. Old Tenpenny there, I gave him the idea that maybe we could live in harmony together. So he told me, you know, you got to speak to all these people, and if they all agree, then that's fine. It's fine by me. And I said, okay, you know, that sounds great to me. For the most part, everyone was pretty much a cunt in Tenpenny Tower, a rich cunt, rather. I don't like using that word, but I perfectly describe most of the people living in Tenpenny Tower. Most of them did not agree with me. They hate ghouls, and they're pretty dead set on it. There were a few that I was able to push over, and then a few that I was able to push over with a successful persuasion technique. Others, for the most part, failed, and from my knowledge, I didn't think that there was a way to change the people's minds who were already set. I didn't know if there was a way around it, so this idea was pretty much botched.
Who do you think you are? Tenpenny won't allow it. Don't care.
So with my mind set on helping Roy infiltrate Tenpenny Tower, I went down to the terminal, and I was ready to do this thing. I was ready to let these ugly ghouls into Tenpenny Tower to destroy them. But then I realized, you needed to be a fucking level 25 in science. Come on, man. Come on. So I wasn't a level 25 in science. I had put no points into science, because who the fuck would want to do that? So I decided to trek around the wasteland and gain some XP. But yeah, it was pretty brutal. I learned the hard way that I'm not very good at this game, at least in terms of directions. I tried to do another quest, a main quest. I could not for the life of me find the Galaxy News Radio. What the fuck? I had to look up like 3 different guides on YouTube. Are you serious? What's the point of a Pip-Boy if I can't find my way? It literally has directions. I got lost in the metro, I got frustrated, fuck, man, seriously. As you can see here, I was literally one XP point away from leveling up, so I can level up that science skill. So I decided to take on the Scorpion at the supermarket. But boy, that was fucking stupid. I tried to throw a grenade at him, end his miserable existence, and it barely did anything to him. So I tried to hit him with a baton. I don't know why I had that smart idea, and he pierced me right in the heart and killed me immediately. After that, after I died, I kind of reloaded my save. I eventually wandered upon this house in the middle of the wasteland and found the hooker who was working with Moriarty or whatever his name is from Megaton, and I was able to successfully persuade her to give me more caps. And with that persuasion and finishing up that quest, I was able to rank up and level up my science skills. So that was great. That was fun. So I went back. I activated the terminal, let the ghouls in, and infiltrated Tenpenny Tower. We started shooting it up. It was going great. Everything was going great. I blew up that one girl's head who I absolutely despised. She deserved it. It was coming for her. And then I looked down and fucking Roy died. He died. So I guess I had to reload it. After reloading the save, we finally took down Alistair, Tenpenny, and you know, every resident in Tenpenny Tower, and all I got was a pat on the back from Roy up in the tower. So, you know, wandering back through Tenpenny Tower was so quiet and desolate, and you'd think that they renovate it or something, but then I'm like, wow, why would I think that these disgusting ghouls would renovate this beautiful tower? So I decided to then reload my save and kill all the ghouls, because I liked the old Tenpenny Tower. So here you'll see me try to... I saw a tip online of you can, like, kind of crouch and, you know, put a live frag grenade in someone's pocket, but it was... I tried doing that, but then he spotted me, and then the grenade never went off. I don't know what I did, what was wrong. I had no idea. So I decided to blow his fucking brains out and all of his friends. But then when I trekked all the way back to Tenpenny Tower, and if you know the metro system, it is so stupid. It's like New York City's metro system in Fallout. It's terrible. I trekked back to Gustavo here, and there was no new quest marker here, no new dialogue option. It said that I was still working on getting the ghouls and Roy Phillips. And so I had to reload the goddamn save again, make sure I killed Bessie, because she ran off and disappeared into the nether. So I made sure to blow her fucking brains out and everybody else. And then I went back to Tenpenny Tower, handed in the quest. I got 500 bottle caps out of it, and Tenpenny Tower still looked beautiful, and everyone was still a rich piece of shit. All in all, I thought it was a pretty successful day in Fallout.
Didn't think you had it in you. Guess you proved me wrong. Contract fulfilled, debt paid. Watch.
After speaking to that old cuck, Tenpenny, I decided to... I couldn't not try and find the Galaxy News Radio, so I looked up a guide, I eventually found the correct way through Chevy Chase area or whatever, met up with Lions and the Brotherhood, took out some of the super mutants, and was faced with that behemoth, that frickin' behemoth. I had no idea that was going to happen. And then it told me to pick up the Fat Boy, you know, that mini nuke or whatever, from one of the dead soldiers, but the guy was flung out of bounds. Like, I could not for the life of me find this fat man, so I thought I could charge the guy with a Chinese pistol, and boy was I wrong. He killed me instantly. So I reloaded the save, I did that all again. It's fun, combat's fun, so I didn't mind, you know, doing all the combat stuff again. And right before I was able to fight the behemoth again, my game crashed, so... You know, it's a really old game and a $3,000 rig, so you think these problems wouldn't happen, but well, I guess fuck me, right?